Okay. All right, we're up and running here on my end. Up and running on my end here with the stream and recording. Got the screen sorted out. Switch over to the Roll20 screen. And it's all up to everyone else at this point. I'm just going to mute for now.
On the dot.
So I think I can be heard in the stream right now, but not in the Discord channel. So I'll just say that I've been invited to a Roll20 game using Pathfinder basically as the kind of a variant, I guess, of that. Derek R. Watts is running the game. He's in the lower left. Shahalador is his name on the screen. I've just met everyone else, so we'll be getting started in just a minute or two. I don't think I actually have anybody in the chat at this point. Give a quick hello.
Eric?
It's another Eric. The secret Eric.
Only one of you.
Secret Eric in the grim dark future. That is 40k.
In the grim darkness of the 40th century, there is only war and secret.
It's for the greater good.
War.
The greater good.
For the greater good.
So welcome everybody to the OK Grognard show. This is Sunday
The
night.
Tau die a lot.
Rather horrifically in my experience, but then again, I play the Imperial Guard, so, like, I'm kind of down for that.
That's fair. I play Thousand Suns and Salamanders.
Yeah, so there's this thing called attrition.
There's this thing called I smite you off the table.
Yeah, I do that too. It's called artillery.
See, I don't have to roll for the to hit though. I just I'm gonna just smite you though. Although you have better range.
But then you don't get to roll buckets of dice.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it takes me a half hour to set up, most of a platoon, but like 7 models left on the table. It's really easy to pack up because everything's already been, killed off the table.
That's true. Hey. Oh, okay. Yeah, but when you can just roll 1 dice and a model dot and a unit dies, it's great.
But there is no greater joy than, pouring conscript fire into a Terminator unit and watching them evaporate. Because if you kill one Terminator, that makes up for the whole cost of the conscripts.
So, my buddy plays Orc, much to Derek's joy. I had a 5-man squad of Thousand Suns sitting in a building. They all charged into melee. Or the orcs. 30 orcs charged my 5-man squad. They stayed there for 4 turns.
I mean, arc hitting is a tried and true tactic of the orcs.
It's more of I had a 2-up save in melee.
I mean,
And
that still gives you a 1 in 6 chance of, failing miserably and falling to orc choppas.
You're so.
Dude, I've had an Imperial Guard sergeant change.
So is Angelus? Is that are you?
no, it's me, Dinah.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, dear.
And I am also Andrew. More different Andrew.
More than one Andrew.
There can't be.
We have 2 Erics. We have Eric and Secret Eric.
Wait.
Eric, Andrew, Derek. Eric.
Is one of the Eric?
Can anyone really own an Eric?
Yes. Yes, you can. You can also own a Derek.
So if you own the Derek who owns the Eric, do you then own an Eric?
Yes.
My last master was Captain Antilles.
Have a good nap.
Bye. Sleep well.
All right.
Shit, I turned my monitor.
Type, and my S didn't go with my rest of.
Who has spicy peppers? Why do we want spicy peppers?
I mean, my wife is currently growing a ghost pepper plant.
Oh god.
Share, please.
Told where it is. That sounds bad, but
All right. So, has everybody selected their characters?
No, you didn't.
Well, aren't you gonna be Zephyr?
I mean, I said.
well, Jamie, I'm not being Dinah because I'm gonna be a giant orc lady.
No, it's not a typo. She does have a spiked tower shield. I know the normal rules say that's
Giant orc lady.
Holy. Holy.
Oh, I need to get a
Jamie
stream.
breaks a lot of.
How did?
I got a voice changer like 2 days ago,
Oh.
and I haven't really used it yet, so hopefully there's some opportunities this game.
Screaming giant orc lady is probably the best use of a voice changer you're gonna find.
There's a lot of different things you can do with it.
Or using it for being a Mandalorian in Star Wars D20.
Oh, dude, why won't League of Legends go?
Really cool. All right, I'm done.
I'm gonna have to turn you down a little. Is that you?
Yeah. Well, was it?
Or was it?
All right, let's kind of sound off here around the table, so to speak. And they sort of introduce themselves and state their character, and I'll use that opportunity just to kind of give you guys some background info on your character and establish a voice. Because in my games, if you try to speak in a voice for your character, you get a +1 no matter what your voice. And it doesn't have to be a good voice. You just gotta.
So I get a.
If you're doing a voice, you got to do it in a character's voice. Like, you got to be able to tell.
I know what my.
And if you want to go for a +2, you got to state it so, but you get +2 until you drop the voice. If you're going to want to go like method acting, right? Decide right now, as soon as we declare we're starting, like you are your character. You get that +2 until it drops.
I'll start. I am the captain.
That's just Andrew voice though. You gotta have some kind of effort to it.
The only thing that comes to mind is like doing a really obnoxious Scottish accent. I think I'd rather just have Andrew voice, but wildly overconfident.
Excellent. Well, I can try to mimic me. I actually do the voice for Sidious Steelwind myself. Got a cigar off the side of his mouth, and that's about right. Look at our graveliness. You see war from this side of the world to the other.
I could actually just get a cigar and chew on that while I'm doing this.
And Andrew is playing, of course, the professors and Captain Sidious Steelwind.
Rear Admiral Captain.
Well, his admiral days are behind him now. He's an honorary never could quite retire, but he's a decorated war veteran of the airship nation of Riftenshard. He is a geomancer, which means he has mastered all 4 elementech systems: air, fire, and water. He himself is a genius of elementech construction, which has even put together his own flagship, the Mithril Falcon. But we'll not be seeing the Mithril Falcon this day. Now, today he has a different airship that the Ashdrake fire faction of the elementech nation of Riftenshire has tasked him with taking through its paces. It's brand new off the assembly line. It's a new modular fire tech design. And, there's no better than Sidious Steelwind to take it through its paces. Why, he's one of only 2 who has ever successfully flown a Phoenix ship. So,
Definitely not because I sold the other one to make up for, liquor, hookers.
Oh, no, he's an admiral. He gets all that stuff practically for free, as much as he wants.
Yeah, but you really want to pay the extra for the perks.
And part of our expedition today, actually, the people who are participating that are not students, the other one being the Professor Gordranus Ramsonar, the premier arcane chef of the human...
I still can't take that seriously.
Oh god. No, that one's the easiest one to do a voice for, though. Just do a really bad accent and call everyone a fucking wanker.
but he's not serious about arcane cookery. Seriously, you mock my livelihood. You mock my art. Surely, you one bite of this morsel and you will not deny the skills of an arcane chef are beyond compare. Bard, why would you want to listen to music when you could have this delicious morsel? It just moistens my voice. Put it in your mouth. It's morsel.
So I'm Gordranus Ramzana, the arcane chef. My food is magically delicious.
The Professor Ramson actually has a Drake Flesh banquet that he's supposed to be catering within the coming weeks, and they're kind of doing 3 birds with 1 stone here because he's teamed up with Professor Steelwind, and they are taking several students to commute their detention sentences this weekend because they kind of went out and had a crazy bender on a Thursday night. They all got
Definitely has nothing to do with the missing starship.
Oh shit, we got ourselves in trouble.
Got themselves drunk and missed classes on Friday, and so now they're all ready to go for their weekend and get notices that now they'll have to be detention. And given the 2 choices, it was either to serve detention with Professor Madrisvin or be commuted expedition. And Professor Madrisvin, well, he's kind of a dragonborn or a wyvernborn professor who's somewhat known for eating students that are too late or have too small, have bad grades. But you can't really pin him down or figure it out because there's never really any proof after the fact, and most people sort of start to remember that.
Licks the plate clean in a metaphysical sort of way.
Oh, there was a translocator student who teleported into class once that after it was like less than a minute late and it was locked and all that. He just like stepped down. It was, "Sir, the door is locked for a reason. After class has started, circumvent it with magic again, and I will send you to detention. One piece." It's the one and only he gave to the student, which dropped the class afterwards. Was it Radu's first in majors? Mustache! So yes, the Professor Ramsonar is going to take all these students along with their detention and turn it into a culinary learning experience because he needs wyvern tongue and drake meat. Because with drake tenderloin and wyvern tongue sliced just so thin as if to be utilized like a prosciutto to wrap it, and then put with puff pastry and the proper applications of herbs and butter, makes his signature dish, drake wyvern.
Is that the reason why we're here?
Well, part of it, taking out the airship for its bases, commuting a detention sentence for the students, and assisting the professor in gaining wyvern drake-flesh. But, of course, the Academy Sagantium is kind of philanthropic in its existence, and it tries to foster magic to better all the lands. So whenever there's a problem across the known world that is bigger than the locals there, or if they have a good relationship with the Academy, they will send out a group of students and or professors relative to whatever the threat is to deal with it. And so the three birds with one stone, so to speak, is responding to reports coming out of the northwest and the area near the Skarnlands, which is sort of the high, snowy, jagged rock peaks infested with drakes and sort of a Norse-like culture of warriors and shamans. And there's a report of an inordinately large amount of drakes in that region. In a region that isn't known for drakes, in the number that are being reported, much less the variety of types. So it's definitely a rare occurrence for sure. The captain has bigger concerns about why it's happening. Of course, the chef is just like, well, that
definitely not concerned about the whole three birds and one stone.
No, you know.
Definitely has nothing to do with why the other ship has disappeared.
The ship disappeared? Oh, you've got more.
So, are we all on detention? And that's why we're out here?
Yes, all of you. You all got caught up in a drunken bender. It was started by Topper and or
gotcha.
Imperial.
Here, because you're walking
Because it may have involved the distribution of some Volturian platinum, which is like his actual nation's like high shelf liquor that's crazy stiff and expensive. And that shit. The platinum is supposed to be reserved.
Very well.
So we'll move everybody on to the. Oh, we're still. I'll introduce the character. So the courtyard out in front of the Academy of Jantium. I guess the slight backdrop for the setting is a high magic setting, and the Academy of Sagantium was founded by a chronomancer who accidentally destroyed all the. Yes, the chronomancer Shahalador accidentally destroyed all existence in the future, and so he luckily had cast a quantum time, and he established almost overnight the Jantium, and his whole plan is to his future magics that he's amassed from his journeys. He'll be able to start graduating entire classes of Elminster, Gandalf, or the wizards by the time the Cataclysm comes back around. Just have a chance. So the school is a collection of all the greatest magical minds and talents across the lands. Be they noble or commoner alike, they're just all drawn as professors and students to share in everybody's magic. Kind of a giant melting pot of all arcane. Before we get off started in the rules, a couple of deviations. Like I said, we're doing Pathfinder based, so if everybody's familiar with D20 or basic Pathfinder. I kind of retcon a lot of 3.5 stuff because I'm just kind of old school like that. So most 3.5 is compatible anyways in Pathfinder. So if you're more comfortable with some of those like actions or terminologies, then fine with all that. But we're using the Pathfinder 2nd Edition action economy. So that means that you get 3 action. And if your character has the combat training feat listed on their, then you're considered to be capable of parrying or dodging. And it's a combat mechanic where you can steal from your next round's actions up to your dexterity modifier to parry or dodge attacks that sort of reactionary. So you can kind of get yourself some trouble by losing all your actions from your next turn, but it's a kind of a way to make combat go a bit more interesting and fast and furious, and give you a little bit more cushion when you're up against something that's just going to drop you dead. So you can get the nudge.
Attack next turn, but only if you live to do so.
Right? So you got to be judicious.
So you can move, or attack, that type of thing?
And if you do all 3 actions do the same thing, you'll usually get a bonus of the same action. So if you're going to attack 3 attacks, you get an extra attack. Or you get an extra move. With the magic system, if you notice on any of the character sheets, the unfilled in little slots where it says spell points, each spell point is equal to 1 spell level's worth of energy. So, like a magic missile first level spell, that's 1 spell point. Fireball. Your character should be. They don't have listing of other things past their signature spells, but you guys are free to utilize anything that would be available to a wizard or sword appropriate level. As a Sagantium student, you are allowed to boost spells and all sorts of other things with metamagic just by adding an extra spell point to it. Augmentations that are listed on the spells in the signature areas, you can boost things in that way too. You can also overcharge. You can go up to 3 spell point per spell that you cast in an action. But you can go up to 6 if you overcharge, and that you have to roll spellcraft checks as it goes on higher. That means, yes, it's only 1 action to do most things. We don't do the Pathfinder 2E. The only thing is the action economy. Pretty much everything else is with single action. So you can be a magic missile machine gun in this. You just launch them off. All sorts of. You're intended to be much more powerful at magic and slinging things. If you want to change your spells or anything like that to a different way, you make a spellcraft check and modify what you can do with them. Mix your spells and things like that. Try to think creatively because your characters or whatever they do, they're extremely good, like best in the world.
Yes.
And as here in the morning, everybody is arriving at the courtyard where you all have been given your messages and secure communications through the arcane network and everything to make sure, quite sure, that you are supposed to be here instead of being allowed to go off campus like everybody else for their weekend. So filtering in here to the center courtyard, the philandering involved individual with the drunken missing of all their classes on Friday. The last culprit, probably was most responsible, stumbling in off from the west.
Oh, it's about
my
time.
God, yes. Why, please, didn't we already do detention authorities? Yesterday? What there were, I mean, hi, Zeffy, hi.
So, Captain and Chef, you should rally your troops here. Still just barely in the morning. The first light of is coming up.
All right, you scabrous scallywags. We're taking our ship out the new ship has nothing to do with where my old ship went. We need to put it through its paces. Being paid to. Never mind the fact that we also have a new ship. Totally ignore that fact. Definitely excellent captain. The other 3 birds and stones were involved. Despite what I am about.
Your major goal here, as far as I'm concerned, is you're going to need to find me some drake meat and wyvern tongue. I know most of you fucking disappointments wouldn't know wyvern tongue from chimera ass, but we're going to find some, and you're going to bring it to me.
I don't know you that. We gotta go where the wyverns live. We're gonna find that wyvern ass, and we're gonna bring it home.
And also, Captain, the Ash Drake military that is having you take this test out this ship is giving you the this responsibility of being able to christen it. There's a whole new class of new modular type ships, so if it's successful, and it is, it's just a formality at this point. It'll be naming it after whatever you decide after this initial journey.
Legitimately, the first thing that comes to mind is butt stallion, but that's already been taken.
Just change one of the letters to something else.
So whether you're going to...
It'll come to us.
Yeah, whether you're going to name it outright or after the journey or daring or... So, our cast of characters, so to speak, we have Topper, who is philandering. He tried to lean into axe casting as his focus because he's trying to impress his father. He didn't like magic. Can't impress his father, so then he decided to turn to prophet because no dwarf can. So that's how he's going to impress him with his magical weapon. It's not typical for a dwarf to go with arts. We heard a little bit about Arvin Ganaros, the bastard would-be king.
Soon to be king, thank you.
We have Jax, who's a little of a mystery, actually. He comes supposedly from some phantom. He's massive. What's it say on your height and weight credentials there?
Hey, I'm 8'3". I'm 486 pounds. I'm a Celestian elf and an arcane lancer, so you know, just got things going like that.
Damn, big boy.
He's apparently a leftover from some supposedly legendary or mythic ancient race of advanced offshoots or progenitors to Arvin's people that come from the interior. But he was escaped from slavery from them and whatnot, and he found his way to Sajan, where he's enlisted with the Arcane Lancing School, which is brought up as part of the Rift and Shard portion of the house recently, within a few years.
Got a man down.
I earned it.
The other.
Oh, the Intrepid here.
Just glad to be here.
I don't know, he dropped out. Anyways, Brunhilde has a bit of a rivalry with Jax, because Brunhilde and Jax are both lancers, and they kind of, in the last festival, had some lancing catapult duels, and I forget who exactly is supposed to be on the up and up with their back and forth, but they're always trying to out.
Could somebody that's not trained in it or does not have the armor be fired out of one of these cannons safely?
Why, yes!
That's
how I got my admiralty.
There's some history.
Also, coincidentally, why we don't have a crew anymore. Get on board.
I think there has been an armored donkey shot out of one of these catapults. That was a travesty.
Battle of the Flying Asses. A true story for the bards.
Oh yeah, there's some size comparison. Oh, and of course, last but not least, Zephyriel Wraithenholt, who is actually the top student at the academy. She's the Shadow Princess of Ravana, the Gothic horror nation to the north that is ruled by a council of ancient vampires. They have a great system of government. The ancient thousands-year-old vampire, he showed up to each province and installed a monarch, or baron, or what have you, whatever they want. Didn't care. And told them, if you fuck up or become corrupt, I will return and murder you and pick somebody else. And it works really well. The vampire, but off through the generations, maybe every few hundred years, he has to show back up, murder somebody so they remember he's real, and then leave back to his castle.
I heard it's a myth. We're ruled by the Saurian folk.
Shadow Princess, I didn't vote for you.
So then everybody is wrangled and decided to be brought up to the Academy's airship gantry. And
I mean, it's not really a decision, right? We kind of have to do this or get eaten.
Yeah, it
Well,
seems
Fired
that
out of a
way.
cannon.
Right.
possibly eaten. But I mean, you have to serve your detentions and all of that. Otherwise, it'd be further disciplinary action.
Probably a safe bet that most of us have already been here before.
I'm not sure if Jax has ever been in detention before. Hilda is used to detention. She's just normally with a professor that also causes the detentions, so it's sort of like a
Very well.
But on up to the airships. And, let's roll for Topper. I'm going to be bringing him along with us today. And he has to make an alcohol check. You notice he kind of sloshes a little as he walks, and he's staggering. But Topper has the equivalent of studded leather armor on, because his armor has all sorts of little
Look at these
pockets and stuff.
rolls. Jesus.
It holds up to 2 gallons of...
This is going well.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, he's got a 1. All right. So Topper is still sloshed. He still stinks of alcohol.
The rear admiral's also a little
Toasty.
Has nothing to do with any card games and supposedly lost ships that may have had or had not happened.
It's apparently on the down low. The Mithril Falcon, his pride and joy, a ship that he built himself in cooperation with the mad gnomish genius Ostrobach, is strangely missing. And word is that he may or may not have crashed it in some vicinity, may or possibly maybe not related to the recent Drake sightings and or reason why the intel.
Definitely not.
Anyways, as we rush things along, everybody heads on over onto the airship gantry, and the airship launches. So we'll get ourselves set up here.
Get on board so I can launch you out of a cannon. No, I'll stand by that. This is a naval ship. No grab assing. Hang on. Scratch that. Grab assing. Putting stuff in each other's mouths. Has nothing to do with the alcohol.
The last one on
Those
the
aren't
ship.
clouds. That's actually alcohol vapor.
Not even on the ship. Or my below deck.
No, I've got to clear out. I've got to clear out the tokens. There's another.
I call dibs on the helm.
Hell. I've already lost one ship.
Only in his armor. Technically he would benefit. But technically he benefits from powerful build because he's still an elf and he's light and slender. I know. I'm fixing. Back here and let me make you.
I got detention.
You should be able to now. Can everybody else move their papers? Alright.
He's floating over in the sky.
Detention doesn't count unless you're actually on the ship, sailor.
I shoot a harpoon at her. So would there be a specific duty that all of us would just automatically know what to do, or are we just kind of along for the ride?
It's a duty.
And this airship is, almost literally like got its shrink wrap on. Like it's fresh off the line, doesn't even have a crew. I mean, you guys are basically going to be serving as the crew.
Or whatever might exist here.
I'm only seeing the cloud screen.
There is one crew member, and his name is Alan Wrench.
I'm only seeing the cloud screen.
You're giving yourself a little bit of a tour of the ship. The captain has shown you around, as you got on board. And on the top deck, you can notice there's a starboard and a port gun deck, where normally Elementech soldiers will stand with their guns pointing outwards.
Sorry.
And, in the mid deck, there's actually an armored and enclosed chamber that houses flame cannon.
Sorry, can anyone hear me?
I get on a flame cannon.
You can do that. You can get onto a
So that's why I call it Sally.
Does it work?
Sorry,
The
time
flame
out here.
cannon.
Excuse me a second.
Oh yeah.
All right, I try and use it.
Oh well, you don't have knowledge Elementech because you're just Arvin. So like you might have to be able to get someone to show you. Like it's sort of like.
I just wanted to start pulling levers and pressing buttons and stuff.
Just give look at it. It's based on intelligence, So.
Can I roll to figure that shit out? All right.
Sorry, can I not be heard right now?
+4. Wow. Oh, 7.
Spider monkey.
7 total.
Yeah, so you try to pull levers or do switches or things and whatever, and it just doesn't do anything. If anything, it kind of goes.
Leave.
All right, time out here for a second. All I'm seeing is the cloud screen.
I might have to zoom out or.
Yeah, you might have to zoom out. It's pretty big.
Yeah. Zoom out, click on your top left, and change from select move to the pan view.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Zoom out. Got it. All right. Explain how to do that for me.
There's the engine thing. It makes the ship go.
All right, I'm moving
That's the spinny
myself
thing.
down.
Makes the ship fly. That's the splody bit that I definitely do not fire crew members who displease me out of. But I will totally fire you out of. Front of the ship. That's the back of the ship.
Yeah, there are 6 harpoon guns on the top deck, along with the 2 flame cannons, and below deck there are 4 Elementech cannons. Those are the big boys who can take elemental energies and stuff. And the engine, obviously, and to the front below deck you can see the Elementech. Basically, the Lancers get into their armor and get shot like guided.
Oh, and I love doing it. They named a mountain after me. Mountain's not there anymore. They named it after me.
And being brought along on this mission, strangely enough, Topper, who's tinkering above deck with one of his elementals, axamentals. It's kind of a arcane construct that is pretty much just walks around and swings an axe randomly. He has his contraption that was made in a joint project with Zephyriel some years prior, the Dragon Mech. He doesn't like to lose any chance to be able to.
Neat. Holy shit. Is that on board with us? Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna avoid that.
Found a wyvern.
All right. One of those drakes we were about.
It actually can be launched from the catapults below as well, but that's where it's stowed presently.
Is it a member of the crew here voluntarily, or is it just kind of encapsulated?
It's actually, it has an interior and it has to be piloted, so the Toper dwarf can climb on inside of it and get it to fly around and shoot its elemental guns and systems or attack people.
So essentially a fighter.
Sort of. It's exactly what its namesake is, a dragon. Flamethrower in the mouth for good measure, you know, all that shit. So, first and foremost, if in opening up an airship, you should see what she's got. So, why don't you put the pedal to the metal and make everybody take reflex saves as you,
Stop on the gas.
Oops. Oopsie.
Gas?
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Alright, what'd you get here? Arvin looks fine. Captain, well, the captain doesn't have to. I don't think Brunhilde can fail fortitude saves.
Is it fortitude? You said reflex.
Oh, she can take it as fortitude.
Oh, okay. Then that's a 15.
Of course, the captain just kind of leans into it as if he's.
I have. Also,
Unfortunately,
I rolled a
Arvin,
10. I have a 23 for my flying roll, so.
Well, Jax can take advantage because he kind of has air legs, so to speak. So if Jax wants to give another roll,
So it's space feet.
more or less,
Feet.
when you're a winged flying creature. But oh, did you get a 19, Sam? Not a 3. What's the 3? There's
What?
I was trying to see people that are falling down, but it's kind of a you know, he. And the ship takes off, speeding off towards your destination, and everybody takes hold, familiarizes themselves with the systems, and gets up to cruising speed and whatnot. It takes you guys a few hours to go across the countryside, headed in the direction. And you start to see the mountains getting a bit closer, not because you're lowering your altitude, but reaching the area in question. And at this point, the captain probably call out to everybody. They're starting to reach the general area where some of the dragon sightings, drake sightings, were.
Roll a perception check.
That would be dragon.
Just
Yes, anyone who's above deck can give us perception checks to scan the clouds and see around if anybody is, if you can see any.
oh shit, they're my skills.
Nope, don't see a damn thing. Boy, the ship handles well. Terrible rear view, though. Need some mirrors. paper off my face.
Did I get the best roll so far?
You can't.
You have.
Not level what? Are you talking about? Your character.
We don't have perception? Question mark? Because I don't have one.
Oh, it's just off of wisdom.
All right.
I think Jax has possibly has perception.
I'm very much standing at one of the guns looking for wyverns, but I clearly don't see.
I'm just sitting in one of the catapults waiting.
It's on the settings. You go hit the settings and scroll down somewhere in the middle of it.
I re-rolled mines.
Video /
Names only. That's what I have it as.
Jax re-rolled his because I've got a +8, and that's 24 with the roll.
Alright, so sure enough, you see off of the port side bow, off kind of playing up in the cloud banks. Looks like a group of 3.
I shout out, wyverns!
What? I don't see anything like. Oh, there they are. I totally saw them the whole time. Kind of asked.
And then everybody can make another check with advantage at this point, since someone's pointing them out.
Yep, just waiting for somebody else to see it.
Oh, I definitely see it. I definitely see it.
See less than before.
Blinking very fast.
I am intently staring off the wrong side of the ship.
Run over to one of the harpoon guns as I scream and point.
I'll move over there too.
Answers to the death of Bolt. Everybody else start shooting something.
Hi, Cap. I'm already down here. Just waiting.
Fire! And I launch him.
We're not even taking an attack vector yet? Like, there are ways off.
I thought he was the one in the fighter jet and he could actually pilot himself.
Oh yeah, the Jax, he totally can. He can sort of fly afterwards, but you can't beat that propulsion right after.
Ah, okay. I'll go ahead and start angling for a attack. Red Baron style, top down, so that way we get the maximum gravity on our side.
Alright, so give us a piloting check, or unless you want to use some maneuver. You can give it the all-ahead full maneuver to boost it.
Does that give him a bonus to anything? The all-ahead full! Ramming speed!
And the other people in the ship, probably Zephyriel or whoever, really, it's certain spots where you can, at any weapon mount, mostly in other spots in the deck, there's like arcane nodes where you can put your spell energy into, or kind of some of the spell systems. So when he gives out an order, you can support it. But
So I got a 22 on my flying.
Underneath the dice tray, there's at the bottom, there's the advanced dice roller. If you click on it, a window will pop up. And then under the advanced roll, you can add whatever bonuses you have to your dice roll.
Oh. Yeah, you hit. You rolled real good.
You managed to
We
bring up
we
the
didn't
ship.
check those dice. Those are loaded.
Managed to bring the ship up on a proper attack vector to bring the wyverns in line for the lancers.
Ahoy in front and avast behind. Apparently, you just lean over and like scream across
Yeah,
the
you just
room at him.
poke 'em, maybe.
Oh,
Or you can
throw something
chat
at
in
him.
chat,
Holy shit!
talk to me.
Dragons. Are they really that close?
Wyverns. No, there are ways.
Difference between dragons, intelligence, and they got the little stubby tyrannosaur feet.
So you kill them or we can harvest the tongue.
And the buttholes.
First thing-
Don't forget the buttholes. And some on the black market.
Give your attack rolls, Captain. You kind of offer advantage to the lancer armors that you're. Oh, where's Jax? Is Jax actually on deck, or is he going to be down in his?
Where do you want me, down here? Is that where I'm supposed to be?
So you're each loaded into large-sized suits of armor that you cast your energy through, and all that should be marked on the character sheet there. You can consider your armor as having a full charge when you're launched from a system like
Now,
this. Kind of hooking.
Having already rolled once, I probably should have vectored for advantage on, since we are coming from a top-down attack vector, coming out of the sun with our, so they can't properly see us. Would that give us an advantage on our attack rolls?
So it's almost like quadruple advantage at this point, because you're rolling with advantage to attack as the captain, but then they get to attack themselves to modify. So
All right.
everybody gets to roll with advantage. Drop on them. Or wait, actually, I didn't roll their opposed flying check. You might not have the drop on.
22 on the flying roll. Wyverns are notoriously stupid. Flying.
They haven't even seen you.
Damn right, stealthy. That's what this ship is made for. That and speed, noise, violence.
Maybe we'll call
The noisy cricket.
Screaming Firehawk.
So make two attack rolls. Well, no, one attack rolls, but make it with advantage. And you're firing them twin linked, so it's like two lancers lancing.
So am I rolling twice?
Yeah,
Okay.
you roll with advantage. So you roll twice, and you take the. Oh, practically a crit.
Practically.
Now, each lancer gets an attack roll as you are accelerated to ridiculous speeds and flung out of the airship, and you're cinched up and pointed. And you do this all the time. Hundreds of miles an hour, like a fighter jet, just angling towards the drift.
Promise not to fire into the side of the mountain unless you fail me.
I'm doing this wrong. Try that
You
again.
said with advantage, right?
Yes.
So wait, are they dead now? Is like, are they just gone?
Who?
The dudes we just shot out of the bottom of our ship.
No, they get shot, and then they're gonna go stab into the.
What did they miss? What happened?
Well, if it's in the case of Jax, he can fly still. But Brunhilde, kind of bad stuff. She has
No, she
She'll be
didn't.
fine.
once.
We'll go back and pick her up
She has
later.
missed once, but the captain has a maneuver called Hell Dive, so he could go down and scoop her.
Oh
up.
shit. All right, I dig it. Let's do it.
Has nothing to do with the disappearance of the latent ship.
All right then. Looks like both have good hits. Each of you will get to deal damage against your.
And if you have sneak attack, does the ship have sneak attack? Can I give you sneak attack?
I'll start with Jack.
What am I rolling for damage on this? Oh, 1d8 plus 10, is that it?
It's the 1d8 plus 10, but you're also going to roll an additional 15.
An additional what?
Kind of blurred out a little bit, and I think I may have had a stroke. Is that 15d6?
Yes, he rolls an additional 15d6 for the terminal velocity speed of being fired out as the missile. It's like falling damage transferred into his lance. His initial target.
Oh crap, that's dangerous.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Any
Been doing this the whole time?
any plus to those d6s, or are they just straight up d6s?
Yeah, straight up 15d6 after. So you still do your strength, and you get to multiply your strength damage times 2. Charge, and the lance damage itself is doubled because it's considered like a mount.
So each d6 gets my plus 5 damage from strength?
No, just the lance attack. The rest of it is your velocity in the armor, launched out of, essentially you're like a gun. You're shot out of a gun like a missile.
Okay, well, the d10 is 17 with the extra plus 5 from strength. Or no, that plus 10 is figured in on the damage, right? 1d8 plus 10 includes
so you plow into the wyvern. This one's got less armor. You're used to draconic type things having kind of thicker, and you are now firmly impaled on.
It should be 71 points of damage.
Go ahead and roll your damage. Your wyvern. You rolled well enough to hit.
Okay, so this would be 15. I believe.
Well, you get the 15d6 as well because you're also shot out of.
Yeah. Captain.
So almost as solid of a strike as Jack's, and you both kind of see each other off of each other's shoulders, whatever, stabbed into your respective wyverns. And at this point, everybody rolls initiative because we've taken our surprise round ship firing off into. And
well, let me ask a question here. Does that 71 points of damage actually kill this thing?
No, it's still up, but it does look.
Okay.
Alright, so initiative should be just the d20 with your dexterity
Ah.
bonus.
That's what I was looking for.
Oh, dexterity.
Remember your initiative for the combat, so it'll be easy for me to roll.
1.
Boom.
22.
12 for me. 12 for me.
Baby.
Marvin goes first. You can still see them off in front. The Lancers just fired off and plowed into the respective.
Are they like way underneath us? Like
not underneath, they're like ahead, like way off in front.
out in front of the ship? I was thinking for some reason they were shooting at the bottom.
Well, like from the lower.
So from where I'm at on the ship, I'm assuming I'm going first. Sorry.
Yes.
You
can hold your action.
Can I see and or shoot them from where I'm at right now?
Not from where you're at, no. Pretty much all the weaponry is faced for like broadside that you would manipulate, with your hands.
Well, we have.
But as far as you're concerned, being Arvin, you'd probably want to hold action to maybe jump from the.
I'm already way ahead of you. Yeah, I'm going to go stand up at the front and jump as soon as they are close enough.
And you should be able to prime your jump spell, which again you can augment any spell.
Jump spell.
I think is jump a second level spell?
I have shocking grasp, mage armor, magic fists, shatter, and that's it.
Well, you can consider him having jump. He would have prepped it or brought it or whatnot for this.
All right, I prep my jump spell.
All right. Then on down to the Professor Gordranus.
So is my magic, do I have most of those normal spells, or is it just pretty much cooking related, period?
He knows basic spells, but as far as like damage dealing and things like that, it's all of the cooking related ones. So he has to use his magic creatively, so to speak, because it's all in an improv capacity. So it's more how it would apply and how you can get it to work for yourself, rather than I'm going to cast cooking spell on someone.
Cast fireball and literally cook them in the face.
Maybe.
Because that was kind of my thought. It's like if I can cast a fireball, that's basically I cast a barbecue. Otherwise, I'm looking at I have the gun that can't reach where I'm at, and not really a lot of other range options unless I can use kind of a basic damage spell.
And you have the for your knives, your cleaver and your knives.
Always summon 2d4 small game in their face and try and blind them.
It's the butcher's blade. You can fling an enemy at 30-foot range increment per spell point. So if you augment it by enough spell points, you can basically fling your cleaver and your knife around to start doing butchering actions against things. So if you get close enough, you can just kind of sort of arcanely, telekinetically start dissecting the drakes the way you do.
Should I also just hold until we get close enough? Okay, I'm gonna do that.
And then on the initiative order, I think it's the captain next. So, captain, first.
Outstanding.
First, you need to make any declarations of movement. So, whatever you're going to be doing with the captain.
I'm going to attempt to bring the ship along for a broadside, kind of above and below, so that way the deck kind of tilts towards them. Because I'm assuming we have fixed, but still need swiveling. But going to be above and fire down on them.
And you want to give out a command action to declare the broadside so that you can give everybody a reaction to move to an armament to get the bonus to fire and everything, and they'll be prepped to know if it's coming up on starboard or aft.
We're going to come across them from their starboard flank side. Come up.
That's the left side, right?
Hang on, let me bring up the... Yes, the left side.
All right.
Their left, not our left. Wait, hang on. No, yeah. What's on the first side? And I will... Do I have capacity to fire any weaponry?
Not you yourself, other than you do have a pistol.
I want to shoot at the one that does not have a lancer actively hanging off of it. Jam some spell power through it to give it the extra range.
Did you make your piloting check yet?
Not yet. Oh! That one with a 13.
Oh, well, maybe confirm the fumble. So roll another d20.
Do I add anything to that?
It's just like your standard roll. Oh, so you're fumbling your piloting check.
Yeah. Well, that second one didn't have any of the pluses, so that's a plus 13. So that would be a 21.
So, you were gonna go to broadside, but the engines stall out. Something about this new fire tech pipe priming for shifting back and forth with the afterburner and varying speed and direction and attitude and all that. And
Damn gnomes!
it needs to be tuned properly. And you kind of kick out and it cuts out and you start dropping. And so where you would be broadsiding, you're kind of coming below. And nobody has the chance to benefit from the broadside. But you still can fire off with your...
Oh, excellent.
Because you more or less come alongside them, you just drop in speed and altitude and miss for a broadsided tank. But people could be angled for harpoons.
21 to hit.
All right. You plug one into the far wyvern that doesn't have a... Roll your pistol.
That's 2d8 plus 1d6. So that'll be a total of 13 damage.
It screeches as it takes the bullet in the side.
Fantastic captaining.
Just a failed broadside attempt, and you're all... No, not yet.
I mean, it was fantastic captaining. Absolutely spectacular flying, considering the engines didn't work. Study
After the
gnomish
captain, on down the initiative.
craftsmanship.
You are on an initiative of 19, down from... I think it's getting to being 12. Is that Jax's initiative?
Sounds good.
There we go. Jax, Brunhilde, and then Toper and Drax. So Jax, you are firmly lodged into a wyvern. So you can disengage and fly around and attack again, or kind of utilize your stabbed into it forced grappling status, however you want to.
So do I attack with advantage if I'm right on top of it and I already have a weapon stuck in it?
You can, you can technically make a wing attack while you're stuck into it, and you can be treated as grappled, so you wouldn't have to make an attack roll. You just auto damage it with a wing rake.
I'll do that. And I'm doing the 1d8 plus 10, I am. Is that correct?
Trying to see where... Forgot what I wrote down here for, or where it's written down for the wing range. The wing. Yes, you can take a D10 damage with a wing.
Plus my...
Use it. It takes spell energy to do it as part of a flyby attack when you're running around, but you can use it as a melee attack, just normal, like when you're stuck.
So 1d10 plus my 5 from the strength. So 1d10 plus the 5 from the strength. Yeah, I'm not hearing you. I'm just going to roll it. 13 then.
And you still have 2 more actions for the round, so you can do more attacks, or you can still disengage and do some other...
Unless this thing dies, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing.
Right. Keep
14.
on the...
14.
Now, that's 2 of them for a third. We'll have to make you make an opposed grapple check if you want to stay stabbed into it, because at this point it's going to try to be like shaking you free.
Okay, so I'm rolling strength or a 20-sider. Do I add my 5 for strength?
Well, I'm pretty sure if you it rolled really terribly, so you can decide how you want it to play out. You can disengage it for free
No,
if you
I'm
want.
hanging on. I'm gonna keep. I'm just gonna pile on the. I'm just gonna pile on more damage with the same way I'm attacking. So another 10.
It's definitely having trouble flying at this point, and screeching and flapping and heading downwards more in its altitude, but it's still up.
I'll stay with it
You're
until.
basically a 9-foot elf of a stabbed knife into it, and now you've turned into sort of a kind of a cheese grater.
Right on. Well, I'm staying with it until I'm sure it cannot fly back up toward the ship. If it looks like its wings are so badly damaged it's got to go down and land, I'll detach myself and fly back upward.
Just don't damage the tongue.
Then on the next is to Brunhilda. You're in a similar situation, stabbed into a drake.
I want to jump as high as I possibly can. I guess to lighten my armor with the Loden earthen core as much as I can. Jump as high as I can, and then do the exact opposite and just drop onto it and attack it with my shield.
On the exact same
Exact.
wire.
Yes.
Well, the shield, you'd want, if you're going to jump, you're going to want to do a lancing charge, just because you get the damage.
Okay. Then I'll do that.
First, you need to make the opposed check to impale yourself off of the
I'm assuming it's a strength.
string.
Okay. Yeah, I want to jump as high as I can, lighten up everything.
Athletics.
Athletics. That would be my athletic checks for 21.
All right. Well, the drake or the wyvern shakes you loose after you pull your lance out of it. So you're trying to get some footing on it to be able to jump, but it.
Bummer.
Yeah. Damn it. There goes that idea.
So now you're kind of somewhat in a bit of a free. You can take an attack with your lance as you fall away, or make a chance to try and grab or back onto it, or some such as you fall away. But you get the.
Yeah, I'll make an attack to try to stick it again.
But you don't quite make it. Just
yeah.
Not quite your lucky day at the moment. You start to fall towards the earth, then you're inevitable.
Attack the ground.
Turn maybe.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna hit the ground.
Attack it. It can't damage me.
So I was. I
don't think attack rolls are going to be involved in this. It's just going to go straight to damage.
So I was on my way down on the other creature, and this is my rival falling. Can I take a perception check?
Yeah, you can take well, you should be able to see one way or the other. I mean, she's not that far away from you there.
27 ought to do it. This is the one who I'm constantly in competition with. Who it's her up, it's me up, it's her up, it's me up.
Pretty much. You guys keep going tit.
I'll inwardly smile as I see her falling, and then shake my head and think, well, competition's good, and I'll detach to try to fly over and catch her.
On coming up on your next action, I think.
Yeah, well, that's the intention anyway.
Right. Oh, and the captain actually. Part of the commander's abilities, you can give actions by giving commands, and the commands normally aid people in everybody in a specific action. But if you command a specific person, you can trade their action. Basically, it's like you giving direct orders of somebody to do this now, this way, do that over there, and they, if they're willing, basically get a free action as you lose one because you're directing them, so to speak.
So, do we have any kind of equipment on board for catching a lancer who has fallen off? We have to get the whole ship itself down there.
A captain. Yeah, mostly. Like they got those metal grates on top because usually they try to like land them on it, like underneath, kind of cradle. Or you can harpoon is an effective way as well. You know, really just kind of any way you can do it. There's not really any rule or part of A. And I mean, mortality is pretty high against lancers. They do have to. They don't.
Oh, yeah. They knew the job was dangerous when they took it. Let's see here. Who's got a good attack roll on board the ship?
And we had held actions still from the captain. I mean, from Ramzanar and Arvin. They are
Yeah,
now
my thought
alongside
is I'm probably better off running to this gun and harpooning one than trying to use a chef's knife at this range.
That was going to be my. I order you to do that.
So can the captain
I'm gonna do that anyway, you fuck.
from this
Harpoon her in the ass, but slightly miss it.
from this distance away, can the captain order me to do it, thus giving me an extra action?
Well, he spent all his actions on his last activation.
Yeah,
but
got it. Sorry.
Just screaming incoherent gibberish at people, and you know you can determine whether or not that's an order or not.
No, it's fine gibberish.
He's yelling and cursing at the ship because its engine's cut out when he was trying to land up a broadside. So.
I assume harpooning is still Dex.
Yes.
Constitution-based harpooning? Charisma-based harpooning?
Is Gordrenus Ramzanar firing off at one of the wyverns or at the...
He has advantage if he goes after the lancer. Because he's following orders from the captain.
I'm gonna do what I was ordered to do. I'm gonna fire to catch the lancer.
Alright. Well, it hits them. Roll your damage, which is harpoon. So you do take 13 points of damage from getting Brunhild, but it is reduced by your armor's damage reduction.
Jesus.
Side, you're not falling anymore.
What's the damage reduction?
She has a DR.
Now, I'm not sure whether or not I could give her advantage by ordering her to stop falling.
I'll get right on that.
But if she could turn around and grab that instead of being shot in the face with it, you know, that would be following the captain's orders.
She has that damage reduction of. It's not.
So 7. Math hard.
Then I think we have Arvin. Are you still going to hold your action, or You think you might be able to jump? Well, it'd be a pretty far jump, honestly. You're not within possibility. We still loot or
I think he said he was going to be away from the keyboard for just a moment.
oh, okay. Well,
He
Arvin,
may
if
be
you-
the one with the errant child.
That's me.
Oh, okay.
Well, Arvin, for anyways, is looking around trying to figure out what he's supposed to be able to do. So he
Can
continues
I
to have
can I order him to jump on the nearest dragon?
Well, you can't compel him.
The power of the captain compels you. The power of the captain compels you.
It's not in your chain of command.
The chain of command is the thing I beat you with until you do what I say.
So onto the wyverns. The one that Jax is still stabbed into. It doesn't want you stabbed into it, so it twines itself back round and starts like raking you.
All right, wyverns are respectably known for their shitty claws. Like I said, shitty claws.
Wow.
Can the
I also
captain?
their tongues being a delicacy.
And make a you have to make a fortitude save as it bites you. You notice that the morphology on this wyvern is rather serpentine, and you're fairly certain you may have just been poisoned.
That's not good.
And not be poisoned.
What's
Can I order him to not be poisoned?
you could try.
Wait, let me rephrase that. I am ordering him to not be poisoned. Does he get bonuses to it?
Make a roll. I'll let you steal from your next round's actions as a command.
No dying!
You have to yell out loud enough to him to tell him to not be
Yeah, I
poisoned.
see
So
this.
that'll give him an advantage on his check. You know,
I do
for
have the
just
leadership feat. Charismatic as fuck. Charisma! Just leaking all over the place.
All right, Jax, you are ordered to not be poisoned by the wyvern's bite. The captain's command gives you advantage.
You feel roused to obey the command.
Well, my saves are a 25 and a 23. Assuming they're
Well, it was
fortitude saves.
22 points of damage to you from the claws and the bite that it dealt to you. But you save against the poison.
So I'm down 22 out of 84 points then.
Alright, now where are we off? Oh, the wyvern still. The wyvern that Brunhilde disengaged from, by unintentionally, the wyvern.
No.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
I told you, weak and ineffectual claws.
It flies by you and tries to claw and bite you, and it does terribly. So terribly when it bites you that it opens itself up for a reprisal of an attack.
Can I shoot it with a broadside?
If anyone's at a cannon, they might be able to get a shot off on it. Actually,
Come wide, motherfucker.
Let's roll for Topper and see if he is able to run to an. No, he tried to run. Then he hit a step and he.
Jesus.
He's still. All right, attack of opportunity from Brunhilde back onto the wyvern that clumsily tried to just mouth your armor and just sort of bounced off of you and made an awkward, spinny twirl.
17.
Just barely enough to pierce into the wyvern's hardened, scaly. Roll lance damage.
Take this, you slimy son of a.
Oh, actually, you could do let's see, now lance. Yeah.
Bite it.
It's gonna try to let you have an attack of opportunity with your spike shield, but does.
It tried to bite you.
Hey, that only works in anime, okay? I've seen that.
We're on a giant flying starship, and this is high school. You saying this isn't an anime?
Yeah, you're fair point. Oh no, not another one.
Oh crap!
Oh god!
It's not high school. It's technically like graduate.
Grad school. Yeah.
We're in Coolidge.
Yeah, it's wizard. But you know, like the MIT or like Harvard of the wizards. Yes, the next wyvern.
Oh, okay.
If you die, you owe me a 200-page essay.
If I die, I can't do that.
The hell you can't.
Is that an order?
Yes. Oh, it will be. The order will be to march your ass back out of hail and write me that 200-page essay.
If you live, you can copy off mine.
The wyvern plows into Brunhilde in midair after the other one, a piece of her. She stabbed it back, but the second one, its claws just kind of rake and scatter across the thick or Dregian diorite armor, not doing anything. And then it bites straight to Brunhilde's head and kind of takes you along for a ride as it savagely bites into just all the right places to give you terrible harmful armor bites. You know, on the right edges and critically bites into you and starts crunching as it also flies forward and decides to sort of do a football spike of you onto the deck of the airship.
You damage its tongue.
And make a reflex save, Zephyriel, as they come crashing down onto the deck.
Pretty sure I'm in range to do something fine.
Fireball.
Unless you want to take a dodge from your next action to try and dodge out of the way from the wire. It would just be from your next action. Oh, that's right. Well, technically you haven't gone yet, so make a roll for. Make a roll for dodge. 7. That's for your reflex. You can still steal from the actions.
Just have a blanket order as a captain for everyone to stop sucking.
It's okay. Well, you take 12 points of damage from being trampled and smashed around by the. It's enough that you have to make another reflex save to sort of catch yourself to make sure you don't go flat. Which you are just fine. You catch the harpoon gun and it swings back around to be pointing straight at the Drake. You get an attack of opportunity with the harpoon gun.
That was an outstanding order, if I do say so myself.
It sails off over.
Beautiful.
All right. Then I think we come back round up to the top of the. Is Sam still out of here?
What?
Sam. Oh, okay. I thought you were missing before. We were just let you be on the hood doing. You were holding your action.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, it never came up to the opportunity where I could jump.
But there's a Drake or a Wyvern just right there to the south of you now on the deck.
Oh, I jump on it. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't even hear you guys trying to talk to me. It's weird. I jump.
We didn't even have to jump at this point. You just run right.
No, I still jump.
Outstanding! Extra credit for you.
I jump on it and then I punch it, but I also basically spend 3 spell points to do 3d6 lightning damage on top of my punch.
With the shocking.
Yeah, shocking grasp. Other than that, it's just a regular attack roll, I'm assuming.
Make an athletics check for the jump.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, that's my.
Well, you don't get a lancing charge or anything.
Still want to be just as cool.
He wants to be the very best, like no one ever was.
To punch them is his real test. Hey,
that isn't even. You get more bonuses
for athletics. I don't even have
the
an athletics
check.
I was that athletics.
Someone's not following orders.
To him, right? Like you make a little, nice little, less than 10-foot hop and land.
That's
you've seen a lot more
jump and more of a skip.
Yeah.
Kind of
I skipped over to him. All right, I punch him. So I'm looking at it's just my strength modifier I'm using, or do I have a bonus to attack? Oh, no, it's right there. Yeah. I got it. Just seen it.
You were ordered not to suck.
23 to hit.
And you can pull 2 hits off.
Fuck yeah, 12.
So the first one hit.
All right, I hit him, and it does. What's my basic attack damage with my fist?
A D8.
So 1d8 plus 3d6.
As your fists smash into him and just ricochet off like a prick.
My fist is 1. And wait, that's not right. Okay, so that's 1d6. Whoa. It's not right. Hold on.
No, that's right. Do 3 d20s instead of 1d6 instead of the other way around.
Okay, so 6, 1, and 4. 11
11.
electrical damage.
It
Suck it,
screeches
dragon
out-
bitch.
screeches out and lets go of its vicious bite that it had into Brunhilde. You can see scraped and dented armor, and there's like a divot into the deck where it
I punch it where I think the kidney would be.
wyvern kidneys. He's
Yeah.
tenderizing it already for you.
And I guess that's it.
By the way, how much
So-
damage did I take?
It was. Did I tell you?
No.
Oh, that's right, I didn't.
Very honest of you to ask.
Yeah.
I mean,
None?
woo!
Adjusted for the damage reduction.
DM didn't stat it. It didn't happen.
Only 28 points after damage.
Ah, that's not horrible.
Oh no, wait. 32. I forgot one of those.
Okay, still not horrible.
All right. Let's just give some all new initiatives. That'll be better for me to keep track of them. So everybody roll up new initiatives on the next round. You guys have the captain. So airship maneuvers or
I get. I issued several orders, so I only have 2 actions this time, right?
oh yeah, 2 actions because I did give you an order.
Yeah.
Out of
Let's
turn,
see.
technically.
So the first action, I'm going to dual wield my 2 spark pistols and shoot the dragon that's scratched the paint on this brand new ship with both pistols. So roll 2 of those plus 13 of those. Can't do your sweet time about that. Ha ha! So 24 and 26. Hot diggity daffodil.
Huzzah.
Those. These. Now, how can I juice this up a little bit to give it some extra damage?
Yes, you can. You can channel arcane energy into it to give it an additional d6 or wait, it's an additional d of its base damage, which is a d8.
Well, base, I'm dealing 39 points of damage.
It's 2d8. That's right, plus 1d6 electric,
Yes.
and you can boost spell energy into it to add the damage. It channels electrical spell. So if you want, you can punch. I think it's the shocking. Whatever a shocking grasp adds is. You get an extra 2d6 damage per spell point that you channel.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and crank that 2d6 into it. Takes another 8 damage, so that's 47 points of damage. Wait, 46. Bad math. Sorry.
You didn't get any.
I can roll again.
No, it's sorry. I use explosive firearms damage. So if you ever get a maximum damage on a firearms roll, you roll it again.
Ah.
So if you're just all boxcars, you can blow someone's.
Right. Okay. And this wyvern that's right here by the side, since we already scratched the paint, I can't return it in mint condition, so I'm going to ram the fucker.
I like it.
We don't have anybody lined up for a ram, and that's the end of your activation with the command. So we go on down the initiative. I think I've been skipping Zephyriel, so let's let her on the new initiative order here. She's still up.
Well, I was dual wielding the pistols, so that was just my first attack.
Oh, that's right. You get an additional one with
Yeah.
additional 2 with it.
I'll slam the ship into the wyvern that's over here on the secondary wyvern.
So you're kind of giving it not necessarily a ram, but you're like side.
Yes, a love tap with a 14-ton ship.
Make a dexterity based ship melee.
Beautiful.
Something I never.
Ship is your.
Something I never thought I'd hear said in a campaign.
Oh hell, that would be a 9.
All right, everybody make.
Oh boy.
Am I still pinned on
do I add my attack bonus to that?
22.
Actually, you can substitute a piloting check. So instead of you go ahead and add your.
Okay, so that would be 6 plus 13, so that's a 19 to hit. I'm much better at piloting than I am at just straight dexing.
All right, give me a 4d.
Suck it, dragon. Any pluses to that?
You can get half. You can get half your captain level to it.
I am level 12, so that's plus 6, so 39 points of damage. And I order that dragon to eat a dick.
You slam into it. Then on down the initiative where I think Zephy is away from the key just at the moment. Jax was the initiative topper last week.
Yeah, I'm at a 16 on initiative.
You're still stabbed.
How far down does this thing seem?
Oh, it looks. It's kind of frantic at this point.
Well, I'm continuing to hang on and just stab the hell out of it. So, take the first attack one at a time.
You think you should be able to finish it off with a one more strike?
Well, let's not count our chickens. I've seen how the rest of the party rolls. And we know how
this random number generator kind of sucks.
We know how infection rates are these days. I might start sucking soon. Well, that's a 10. That's going to miss, I think, huh?
Ooh.
Ouch.
Yeah.
We'll take a second.
That's
21 will hit this time.
Hey, there you go.
So it's not a fumble, but you almost critically miss with the first attack.
No, that's a 10 with my bonus.
Oh, well, no. Technically,
I got plus 9 to hit.
You're still the 9, but dropping the 1 is a.
Oh, it's a 1.
Fumble
Okay.
chance. We have to roll again.
Oh, but I have advantage because I'm attached, right? No.
Well, if you're still operating in a grapple act, you get to attack for. Well, that's only with a light weapon.
Oh yeah, I'm using a. What's it called? Gold steel lance.
The wing.
Oh, that's right. I don't have to.
I think you were still impaled when you were using the wings. That's right.
Right. So I'm not rolling to attack, right? I'm just rolling damage, right?
Yeah, because you're still considered grappled. I forgot the whole whole situation back over.
And so the damage
Brunhilde
was
still like.
And the damage was 1d8 plus 10 on my sheet, I believe it says. So there's the first damage is 18.
And that's enough to finish it.
Then I will allow it to fall as I leap off toward the ship, flying up.
When you might want, you could try to possibly catch hold of it or something and give it some, maybe carry it back on over the deck. Since you are trying to retrieve them for meat for the cat.
Save the tongue.
How big is?
He wants the tongue, so you could try to decapitate it, perhaps, and whatnot. So the carcass just fall on down. You know, you're tonguing wyverns. It's as bad as.
How high up are we?
Pretty high.
Like 30 feet.
An accurate unit of measurement. Pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty high.
A buttload.
See, my assumption is if these things fall to the mountains below, we can search around and find them and get the tasty morsels later, no?
Well, they might be in some state of spoiling from the impact. And
That's what we.
He had said that he stressed that he was trying to get the tongues from.
Well, the tongue should stay pretty intact, or maybe just slightly tenderized if it hits a mountain.
You should be able to come back around and pick up the tongues.
Yeah,
that would at least be intact if you can find the way.
So I'm more worried about my my school chums.
Your GPA will be affected by this.
So I'm flying up to help work on the other wyverns.
You still have 2 more actions, one of which you probably use to fly, I would imagine.
Right. And then
unless you're just gonna plummet.
Well, they're the ship's got to be above us, above me, right? We were plummeting already.
Yeah, you're down by so you're actually probably back further.
So 2 actions worth of flying to get back to the ship?
Yeah. The movement. Make a fly check.
Fly is dex. It's plus 8. So I'm rolling a d20 plus 8, huh? Here we go. 27.
Alright, that is enough to make it back to the command deck. If you want to re-land.
Up there next to the captain?
And again, you're in the armor, large armor, whatnot. So
oh yeah.
Impact land down well, and you've still got. Which, from your vantage, you would be capable of channeling a lightning bolt towards the wyvern that already got side.
Nah, I'm not going to risk destroying the ship. I think I'm just going to count my blessings and save that last action then, and take an order if I'm given one to do something else. Is that how that works? If not, I'm just on the ship and I'll wait till the next round to act next.
And Zephyriel's action.
We're fighting wyverns. Kill them.
You missed the wyvern with your harpoon shot before when it smacked.
Don't miss.
No, the one in the air was killed. Yeah. from the wyverns, anyways. But I mean, all right, are you a called shot? It's right. It no, you can't. Well, you could charge its head, I guess, if you were charging past Arvin. Well, it's big enough you could charge past Arvin and try to called shot charge its head, but you would get an attack of opportunity because you're like in its threatened space. It should all be listed out on the attack.
Wow.
No, you don't.
Must be all still hung over. Shameful display.
All right, so you just take 3 swings at it. Whoosh, a whoosh. No. It gets in it. It get. No. No.
It gets one against
gets in
you.
It gets one. You just take. You still only have 1 hit. It's got fire, but you still only just kind of nick it, and it'll get a little bit of a slice in.
It's leaking.
Actually, he made his save, so he's not. Next to the initiative order, I think we drop it to the captain started the round off. It's either Rams.
I was a 9 on initiative.
I think Brunhilde was after. We've switched up in some different holdings and things. So Brunhilde go next. You're cratered into the deck more or less. You got to pick yourself up.
Can I just stab at it?
I mean, from the prone position, I guess you could.
Yeah, I'll just
to your attack because you didn't get up.
I mean,
alternatively, you could get it. I mean, getting up would incur the attack of opportunity, so it's just kind of. But if you got up, you could always jump and lance attack and everything else, or get your feet under you and start shield bang.
I will. Yeah, just start shield bashing it. Do. Yes, phone. I hear you. I will answer you in a minute.
It misses you with its stack of opportunities. You're getting up. It's trying to bite on you. But
Jesus, even he's rolling like shit.
So much armor. Can't really get through. That's what it's there.
I'm going to start shield bashing it. Just 3 of them. Just nah.
We can get 2 shield bashes.
And 2 of them. So 12 and a 17.
The 17 manages to get some purchase on it. The first one just kind of smashes him away, but the second, you really have some roll damage on this.
Six.
Ramsnar was on a 9. Well, then I think the Arvin would go for Ramsnar, bringing up the rear.
Well, I'm going to punch it some more. Basically doing the same exact. No, I'm gonna try to punch its head off. I'm punching it in the neck. So first attack, second attack, third attack.
Well, the first and the third will.
All right, so 2 hit. Let's see here. That's 4 on my D8. So that's the first. Nice. The first punch and the second punch. And then the 66 for all of the lightning damage.
All wow. Right. Well, you successfully punch the crap out of it and leave some holes that start smoking with lightning, and the thing screeches and kind of rolls up.
But I didn't punch its head off completely?
No.
Ah, okay. I just get up and go, ha! And then that's it.
All right, if that leaves to me,
the professor.
I'm going to animate my cleaver and send it against the one that we rammed that's still just off the side.
Yeah, I know. I just grabbed the wrong file.
I like it. It's like it's being electrocuted.
So there's supposed to be 3 attacks that 23 should hit. The other 2 should not.
The first one's being deflected off of its harsh the scales, not. But the last strike goes home and starts like kind of a cleaning cut in the middle of it. If you're able to fillet. So roll cleave.
Lancing blow.
Just a little bit of a slice, just barely start.
Very effective at descaling much health. So it said 3 attacks. Is that my full turn, or do I still have 2 other actions?
An attack is each attack is, but not from your butcher strike. That's just the spell. So you get those as part of the spell. So it'd just be one action. I believe that's. There it is. The butcher's blade. Yeah, you get the 3 cleaver attacks for 3 spell. Or 4 for if you're doing it with a knife. Yeah, if you want to continue to cast the butcher.
Back.
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep doing all my actions.
So You're just flinging your cleaver and your knife out there and directing them all mage hand telekinetically on your practiced patterns to
Next one's going to be Next one's going to be the knife. Does the 23 should hit? Does the 19 hit?
Roll on a 19 with a blade. Roll to see if you crit. So just a single d20 for confirmation. Just a hit. But you have to break a 17 to hit him. It's with your bonuses on. Should be 2 hits, I think. 2 additional.
Hit for 4 and 5.
All right, is that all of your?
I think it should be.
Topper comes staggering up on deck and looks around and sees you flinging knives at that Drake, so he pops off with some dwarven fireworks. Or tries to.
I don't think it'd be. There it is.
Just kind of drunkenly sprays a bunch of incendiary, bang pops off. The sort of maybe you think he was trying. He does 2 sprays of these fireworks, but they don't strike.
Nothing worse than drunkenly spraying.
This is a new ship, no spraying. Oh, I'm not saying that. I already marked my territory.
The Drake just sort of a barrel roll and regains its gets its wings up and comes back around to dive straight back at the ship, trying to turn Ramzanar into the food. He does, however, miss, but he's back kind of like just latched onto the side of the airship, craning over the side, trying to bite you off of this.
Are both of the wyverns still alive?
No, only one of them.
Okay. The one currently attacking the chef.
Yeah. Brings us down to the bottom of the initiative order. Marvin regained control, tried to attack, the other one's dead. That's the last thing with. Initiative order at the top would be Jax from the command deck with.
Great. So it says I can jump as part of a charge attack and cheat treat all jumps as running. So can I? Are they both of those wyverns still there?
One's dead. The other one is the one on the side of the ship is still active. The other one's
currently latched onto the side of the ship, trying to bite your other professor.
Well, I'm gonna do a fly/jump/fly and try to stab into it.
all right. Let's have the jump.
So the jump is high jump. I got plus 11 on that. So let's see, d20 plus 11. Roll that. 29 should be pretty good, huh?
Not bad.
So I can attack then?
29.
And that's a charge attack.
And give me a fly check as well to give yourself some more of the height.
Okay. Is 11 enough?
All right, so you should get a bonus of 2d6 additional damage on the lancing.
Okay. Here's the regular attack roll. 19. Is that good? The regular damage roll, 1d8 plus 10, is 12. And you said 2 additional d6?
2 additional from the lancing charge.
And I get the
altitude you're able to get with them.
And I get the plus 5 damage from my strength on those?
You get only add the strength damage once, but you.
Okay, there's 1 and 2, so a total of 19 points of damage. Can I channel some energy into this thing too?
You can.
Let's throw that lightning bolt on top of the rest of this.
I would blast off your last of your actions. To roll the lightning bolt, you don't have to roll a hit with it. You just channel it through.
Great. How many is that? 1d6 per level or
66? Yeah.
66. Well, let's do an extra 24 points then. So that makes a total of
Noise.
Let's see, 23, 33, 43 total.
Oh.
With the melee damage and the lightning bolt, 43 points total. Was that an attack back at me? That 3?
No, it is stunned from the electric damage you hit it with.
Oh, that was its saving throw. Yeah. Stunned. Now I switched.
I forgot to have the captain.
I switched up the type of attack, so I don't get a bonus attack, right?
No, it takes the 2 actions to do a charge.
Gotcha. Okay, thanks.
It's part of a movement and the attack. The captain, still, I guess you still get to go.
And so that thing is, how's it looking?
Stunned and hurt. Looks like it's ripe for taking.
Outstanding. I'll fire both of my pistols into its bulbous ass.
Or you could command somebody to.
Let's see. This is a learning experience, so I need a student to do it. See, I'll order who hasn't done. Who's the dwarf with the pointy hat?
Oh yeah, Topher. He
Yeah. Mr. Topher! Fire a warning shot into its bulbous ass! Captain's not drunk. Oh, wow.
He shoves Professor Ramsnar out of the way and grabs onto it and pipes back off at you. Oh, generally the idea is you're supposed to harpoon it instead of blowing a warning shot at it. Never. No, it's D20, not a D20.
I mean, not that anyone has rolled above what a D12 is capable of at this point.
He sails off and it just barely hits him. Looks like it's not going to hit the whole time, and then just slams right into its like sort of shoulder-ish area. Good solid.
Close enough.
Good shot, but there will still be consequences for shoving me.
Then I think we were doing it Zephyriel and then Arvin. That's what let's go with.
I still get another. Did I use all my actions to order him to do that, or do I still get to fire?
Oh yeah, you still have 2 more actions.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and fire my. What are they called? My Elementech spark pistols. Woo! Spark, 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 spark. One is a nat 1, and the other is a 27.
Roll to confirm the fumble. Fumbles are bad with firearms.
I got a 15 on that, so.
So it's not a fumble, but it is a good solid miss.
Damn, Gnomish technology.
The 28 will hit them.
Hey, so that's.
Or no, you didn't get a 20. The 14.
Yeah, the 14 plus 13 is a 27. Pluses. And roll. Takes 12 points of damage. 18 points of damage. That's a 6 on the electrical damage roll. And actually, that's max damage on. Wait, though. Oh, sorry. There we go. Oh, boo. So 9 points of damage. Quiet subtlety of math.
Well, that one's subdued and harpooned and quite heavily damaged. It's a fairly simple affair for you all to dash it on up. And you have taken a prize 2 wyverns. So you all get to the task of getting them properly secured on the gunnery deck for the professor to start slicing into, and maybe even directing some other people to aid in the butchering while you bring the ship round. Bring the ship about and try to scan for that other serpent wyvern in the chat.
Can
I want cast regeneration so we can harvest more than one tongue from each of them?
I'll do a perception check. I have +8 on that. I get a 17 to try to spot that one I sent down to the icy peaks.
Let's see. I got a 19 for my perception. Oh, no, that's a 29 or 26. Math is hard. Plus 10.
So you easily enough bring it back and retrace your flight path, and sure enough find it. Nice and nice, but the time the worst.
Well done, well done.
Listen up, there are 26 good cuts of meat on a wyvern. We're going to get them all off of these two.
And the one that's smushed into the rock is going to make a great pate.
What'd I miss?
Sorry, I misspoke. Patty. They'll make a great patty.
Did we win?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, at least secured the wyverns. Found the one that dropped before, so now they're all getting butchered up.
Take a claw off of the one I killed. I do that.
Or even better.
I do that as well. Both horns.
Two of them look like brown backs. Definitely not native to the area. And the other one you've never really quite seen before. It's some sort of a serpent drake, which has a lot of morphology. You've never seen this coloration of serpent drake before. It seems like it has morphology from drakes further north that have intermixed with the jungle.
Weird.
And the captain would also be able to note that types of drakes totally not supposed to be from this area.
See, when one mommy dragon and a daddy wyvern get together and, they significantly love each other, or one is significantly stronger than the other, alcohol is involved.
Topper gets himself a bit more drunk, and now he's like right in that sweet spot where he gets it. Everybody can benefit from a short rest as Ramzanar starts to be able to start to butchering and whatnot. And that captain just kind of puts up somewhat of a search pattern along the same.
I'll keep a lookout.
All right, everybody can make either perception checks or checks to help with the preparation of the wyvern.
I'll do a perception check.
21.
21 for me.
4.
Perceptiveness. Go.
Too busy marveling at my horns.
I am perceptive.
Mr. Dover, quit staring at your horn and get on the damn mic on the side. All right.
I look around confused and then just
that drake
do
is
that.
gonna harvesting the oysters off of.
He's cutting deep.
Takes the oysters out of them.
Derek, how far from the school are we out?
Oh, quite a ways.
How should I know?
Oh, I mean, it's several hours out from the school by airship, by about 3-4 hours at this point. So.
Okay.
It is. I can't bring this back with the paint scratched up like this.
Yeah, okay. The night's over for me, so I'm 2 hours ahead of you guys on time. So I'm gonna fly back to the school and let you guys continue with your
All
hunt.
right. So you all have succeeded and given the last spot check to the captain as you guys make another sort of around the area.
Bye. I'm assuming you said you're leaving, right?
Yep, gotta go. I'll see you all later. Thank you very much for letting me join in. I'll post up
Take it
a
easy.
link to the recording of the stream if you want to check it out later.
Yes.
And I'll let you know if you wanna come back to pick it back up because we've got enough adventure to probably continue the same scenario another 2 or 3 times. If you want to go the full length of.
Gotcha. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Probably have to get going here soon too. I've got to go to bed. I got work in the morning.
You're essential.
Yeah, I have to be at work at 5.
Ooh.
I know that feeling.
Well, you're able to take